Hi, everyone, and welcome back. It's been a minute since I've uploaded a video. But if you are subscribed to me, then you know I've been posting in the community or in the community tab. I guess that's what you call it. But yeah, so today I wanted to come on here and share something that I've been seeing a lot on TikTok and a lot of arguments and discourse in my comments when I shared a video explaining how once you shift into a new state of being, right? The things that you used to accept, the things that you used to like, maybe you're no longer interested, right? Because you are new. And specifically, this video was around manifesting a specific person, right? I basically said, like, once you stand in a new identity, because if you are someone who's been desperate to manifest someone and you've been focusing on techniques and all of these different things, changing their behavior. But once you step into a new state of being, a new identity, remembering yourself as God, then you no longer, and this is specifically for specific people who may treat you less than you deserve, offer crumbs, avoid you, tell you things like, I don't want to be in a relationship with you. I'm not ready to be in a relationship with you, right? Once you stand in a new state of being, you no longer want that person anymore. And I tell people this all the time when they come to me wanting to address manifesting a specific person. I tell them, stop focusing on your specific person and focus on your state of being, your identity. Return to your I am, right? Because once you focus on that, and you become a new person, you start realizing, like, actually, I don't want this person. I just want to be someone who experiences what it's like to be in my ideal relationship. And I am speaking from experience. But before I get into that, I noticed that people were saying, like, oh, you could have manifested a new version of them. And there were people in my comments agreeing with me, and then people commenting under their comment and saying, well, you manifested that version of them, so you can manifest a new version of them, and all of these different things, right? And I feel like that advice is very harmful in the manifestation community, okay? Because you see a lot of talk saying, like, oh, well, if you assume they're avoidant, then that's what it'll be. If you assume they're offering you breadcrumbs, that's what it'll be. If you assume they are disrespecting you, then that's what it'll be. But my thing is, what I teach is, who am I to keep allowing and accepting that in my reality? Instead of, oh, focus on this technique and just assume that they're treating you better and they'll treat you better. I feel like that is very harmful in the manifestation community. Okay? What I've noticed as someone who practices these things, right? If people, and I'm not just talking about romantic specific people, I'm talking about whether it's family, coworkers, friends that may treat you less than you deserve. What I notice is that when you are in a desperate state, when you are just focused on techniques, then you often think that it is your responsibility to change people's behavior towards you. Okay? If you hear oh, like if someone is being avoidant towards you and you may hear like, oh, well, they're just reflecting you. They're reflecting your self-concept. In a sense, it could be because there's a bit of nuance to this conversation. All right. If you allow someone to continue coming into your life who offers avoidant behavior, who tells you, I don't want to be with you, I just want to be friends, and you stick around in the name of manifesting, then you have to ask yourself, who am I being to continue accepting this? Right? Not only that, I feel like it is a waste of your manifesting power to focus on changing people's behaviors through manifesting so that you can feel safer. This does not mean you can't imagine lovingly on someone else's behalf if they are struggling, right? If they are struggling in some area of their life and you genuinely want to see these people happy and better. But if you are using your manifesting power to change the story of someone's behavior towards you, it is a waste of your time. Okay? So much information is regurgitated, right, in the manifestation community around specific people. Like, oh, there are infinite versions of them that you can manifest, right? And so people stick around for behavior, right? Or they stick around with people who treat them less than they deserve. Because I was once that person. I accepted bad behavior from people in the name of manifesting them. That is harmful to you. You don't want to do that. Because you will continue being on this hamster wheel of, oh, I'm just going to focus on manifesting a new version of them. No. Focus on your state of being. That is why I say to people, focus on your state of being. Return to your I am. Instead of doing techniques to change other people's behavior. Okay? So, if you are, and I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, especially if they are still in a desperate state of being, right? If they're still but this is the only person that I want. Or if they still feel like if I do this technique, then I will change this person's behavior towards me. But once you stand in a new identity and you live as God, you perceive as God, you think as God, the relationships you wanted to make better from lack, because you are no longer living in because you are no longer living in that lack, you don't care to keep relationships in your life that aren't aligned with your new identity. Okay? So I don't care what anyone else has to say, like, oh, just change the story and, all of that. I don't care what anyone else has to say. I've lived this. I've lived it. I wanted to change other people's behavior through techniques, through scripting, through affirming, right? I wanted to make relationships work that I just knew was not the best for me. I wanted to make these things work in the name of manifesting. But once I started standing in a new identity and living from that identity, perceiving from that identity, fully embodying that identity, that's when I said there's no other relationship worth it. Like, there's no other relationship that's worth it. As far as like, it's not worth me using my manifesting power to change them. Okay. And I placed all of my focus on my identity. That's when I started experiencing better specific people. That's when I stopped trying to chase other people and chase relationships, even through techniques. So I don't want to make this too long. We are already at 11 minutes. From my last video, I talked about the embodiment codes. I extended it to February 14th. If you are someone who is ready to fully let go of your old identity, you're fully ready to let go of doing techniques and, trying to change other people's behavior in the name of manifesting, join me February 14th for the embodiment codes. I will leave the link in the description box, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.